Hello, this is Dattaji, and I am preaching the spiritual knowledge of Shri Dattaswami.
Dear devotees, one day a devotee asked Dattaswami, "The Gita says that we should do the action without aspiring for its fruit. How is it possible? We do any work expecting some fruit only." Then Swami replied like this: "You must understand that the context of the Gita does not apply to your worldly works, by which you earn the livelihood. If you do not aspire for the livelihood by doing some worldly work, how can you sustain yourself and your family? The Gita also says that you have to do the work for earning the livelihood. Moreover, the Gita says that you have to sacrifice the fruit of your work for the sake of God. If you apply this statement to all the works, where is the fruit with you that can be sacrificed? Therefore, the sacrifice of the fruit of work is confined to the context of God's work only. In the case of worldly works, this does not apply, and you have to earn the fruits as per your preliminary agreement with your employer. You have to earn the fruit to sustain yourself and your family. A part of the fruit should be sacrificed for the work of God. Both enjoyment and sacrifice are advised simultaneously by the Veda. The sacrifice for God's work applies to the part of the fruit earned by your worldly work. The sacrifice does not apply to your worldly work, in which case you have to do the work without taking the fruit at all. Then you cannot sustain yourself, and there is no fruit at all to be sacrificed for the sake of God. Hence you are confused by applying the Gita to the worldly context. Due to this confusion, several misinterpretations have come up. People interpret that you need not sacrifice the fruit, but you have to sacrifice your mental attachment to the fruit only. This is the most wonderful misinterpretation, since Gita says clearly that you have to sacrifice the fruit directly. By this wonderful misinterpretation, people say that you have to take their salary without mental attachment. They say that they enjoy the salary also without mental attachment. Of course, if you do the work without mental attachment to the fruit, your tension is reduced and you become more energetic to do the work more effectively. You have achieved the fruit of lack of tension already in doing the work, and you cannot aspire any other fruit. People aspire God's grace for taking and enjoying the salary without mental attachment. In this worldly work, there is no reference of God at all, since you have not done any work for God. Hanuman attained the grace of God for doing the work of God without aspiring for any fruit. Previously, he served Sugriva also without any aspiration for fruit, and for this, he has already achieved mental peace. He attained the grace of God only for serving Rama in the search of Sita, and further for fighting in the war. He did not achieve the grace of God for serving Sugriva without aspiration for fruit. Of course, such detached service to Sugriva gave him perfect mental health, thereby perfect physical health also, since mind and body are interlinked with each other. Such perfect health of Hanuman helped him in the service of God for better efficiency. In fact, Hanuman served Sugriva without aspiration for fruit because his mother told him to wait for and serve the contemporary human incarnation of God in that place of Sugriva. His preliminary association with Sugriva was also with the aim to serve the contemporary human incarnation, and such direct service to God is perfect and gives immense fruit, as in the case of Hanuman and Draupadi. Serving these statues in temples is also good, since the worship of statues is inevitable for beginners. It is not direct worship of God, since it is only a representation model of God. Such service is also good, though it gives limited fruit, because it is indirect worship of God. Both the wars in Lanka and Kurukshetra ended in the social welfare due to the destruction of evil forces and result of social service to maintain the balance of justice, which is also indirect service to God. Such people will get a chance of direct service to God also, either in this birth or in the future births. Mere social service without the idea of God gives only a temporary heaven. The social welfare was thus common to both the wars fought by Hanuman and Arjuna. However, the other fruit of the war in the case of Arjuna, which was the attainment of the kingdom, went to Arjuna only. But the other fruit of the war in the case of Hanuman, which was the attainment of Sita, went to God Rama only. Thus the service of Hanuman was without any trace of selfishness, and hence he was given the unimaginable fruit.
అడుగో అల్లడుగో శ్రీ గురుదత్తుడు మూడు ముఖముల ఆరు కరముల వెలుగుచున్నాడు వేద విదితుడు ధర్మదేవతయధేను రూపమున కుక్కలై వేదాలు కూడి నడువగా అడుగో అల్లడుగో శ్రీ గురుదత్తుడు పరమ పావనుడు విచ్చేయుచున్నాడు అడుగో అల్లడుగో శ్రీ గురుదత్తుడు.